Good
Right.
evening, madam. We can't hear you.
Okay. I think that only 10 are there. Ne? Okay. I can hear you here. So can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Right. So that I was waiting until all the students join. How many are all together as you can remember? How many are there? Are you a new batch or have I done action research with you previously?
We
In
haven't
action
done
research, we
previously,
are the
madam.
first
We are
batch.
new.
Are you new? Right. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So then I think some of you might have done action research. Anybody that maybe that the students that who were in colleges of education, they might have done action research. Are there students who have done action research previously? Right. So action research is a practical research. Now we know about surveys, experimental research, and there are there are two types of scientific research and action research. So the scientific research, they consist all these surveys and experimental research and all. So action research is something very practical, right? So it is conducted by professional in specific fields. So their aim is to promote continuously reflection and improvement. So if they have something they want to improve, so they use action research. So they are it is done in different fields like medicine, nursing, psychology, sociology, especially in education, right? So then it is very popular now in the field of education among teachers, right? So they often engage in action research to test their teaching methods, or when they have problems in their classroom, that to solve those problems, they do action research and help the students, facilitate the students for their learning. Right. So then action research is focused on solving a problem. So if you have a classroom problem, like now maybe that you have some students who do not like group activities. They don't like to work in groups. They sometimes, boys and girls, they don't want to mingle. They want to do separately. Or maybe your students can't read, when they can't read the textbook, or they can't write letters properly. Even they are poor in their present continuous tense. They have poor vocabulary, or maybe they are poor in their prepositions. They are poor in their writing. So then there are lots of problems in the classroom. So all these problems can be solved through action research, right? So then action research is focused on solving a problem or informing individuals and community-based knowledge in a way that impact teaching and learning and other related problems. So it is useful to improve your teaching learning process. So it is less focused on contributing theoretical input. That theories are not that much connected. Instead, they produce actionable input. Actionable means that we can take actions. That is why it is called action research. Right. Then in schools, action research refers to a wide variety of evaluative, investigative, and analytical research methods. So then in a school, we can do research, we can do action research to investigate certain things, to analyze something, to diagnose a problem or weakness. So then it helps educators to develop practical solutions. So for these problems, whenever there are problems in any field in education, we can find practical solution to them very effectively and efficiently. Also, action research may be applied to programs or educational techniques. Right? So then educational techniques means that sometimes teaching methods, teaching techniques. Sometimes the students are very poor in using technological devices, but that educators simply want to learn more about and improve. So we can improve the students through action research. So we are going to do some practical activities. So then uh, so action research also called as a cycle of actions, right? Cycle of actions. Right? It means so it is followed by different stages. I will show you what are these steps, right? So then especially we are addressing the practical problems in the classroom or in the school and find solutions. Then it is focused on solving a specific problem to answer specific question. As an example, like this. Now, if there are many failures in grade 9 mathematics, we can ask, why are so many of our 9th grade failing math? Hey, maths picture fail. Why? There are a large number of students who fail maths. What's the problem? So we can find solutions. Right? So then action research can also make meaningful contributions to the larger body of knowledge and understanding in the field of education, especially in schools and classroom situations. We use action research to find solutions to our problems. Right. So if you consider about action research model, so there are 3 action research models: operational, collaboration, and critical reflection. So if we consider about operational, action research is usually visualized like a spiral. I'll show you the spiral later on. So there are some stages in the spiral: planning, acting, observing, reflecting. Or else there are some other words: planning, implementing, observing, reflecting. So acting, implementing, both are the same. Then collaboration action research. So then they are focused on as an example, college professors in a given geographic area and compiling learning from literate feedback cycles. That means collaborative action research means many of them get together, right? People, maybe that I also have a problem, same problem you also have, somebody else also have. So we are doing it in our different institutes and we prepare one collaborative research. Same problem we are doing in different institutions and finally we come out with the solutions. Right. Then if we consider about the definition of action research is focused on solving a problem or informing individual and community-based knowledge in a way that impacts teaching learning. So action research affects teaching and learning and other related processes. It is less focused on contributing theoretical input. That no, we don't talk much about theories, but we use actionable inputs, right? So then I can remember that once there was a presentation of one gentleman. So what he has done was that in his area, the houses are very small. So the children don't have separate classrooms to do their studies. What he has done was that with the permission of the parents, he has put up a separate place for him to study using polythene, like a room that he has put up with the help of their parents, and it has been given for him to study. Right, and then there was some after that he has checked his progress. So like that we can do lots of activities to help the students, right? Not only in the classroom, we can do a lot of things, even improving their positive thinking, leadership skills, like that. Kurt Levin's approach of action research is a research method in which the researcher intervenes in and during the research. This serves two purposes. According to Kurt Levin, through action research, it brings positive changes. Positive changes happen through his research theory. Then theory will be generated. So after that, knowledge and theory will be generated. So we can talk about it later on. Right. Then we will go to these definitions are not necessary. It's a cyclic process. And definitions are not necessary. Okay. So then we'll, so when writing action research report, we'll think of that later on. Before that we have, okay, right, we'll discuss this. To be able to write an effective action research report, you first need to understand the process that is followed when conducting action research. So the action research is there's some steps you have to follow when you're doing an action research. So first of all, you have to identify a research problem. So that problem is something that is maybe inside your classroom. So outside your classroom, sometimes it may be a problem. The students are not doing homework. So it's a problem. So then you have to find solutions for that problem. So that is outside the classroom. So then after that, you have to prepare some objectives, research questions. After identifying the research questions, you have to plan some activities to answer the research questions, right? So then you can use some techniques to collect data. So like you can observe your students, you can observe their behavior, you can collect some information through questionnaire, survey. So if you want to prove that your students can't read properly, you can make an audio, right? Audio recordings. You can take peer feedback, field notes. So you can do lots of things, right? So then once you have selected your method, and you can analyze data. So like unlike other research that like other scientific researchers, you don't have to use lots of knowledge. I mean, that means what you call statistical knowledge. So you can do some simple analysis. So then it is a cyclic process, as I told you. That means now first you identify the problem, then prepare some objectives. You can turn these objectives into questions. So in order to address the questions, you can prepare some activities and sub-activities. So after that, now you implement it. So you plan, you implement. So after that, you observe whether it is your activities are relevant, are they effective. You observe, then reflect. Now imagine one problem. So you have about 7 students in your class who can't read properly. Now this is a burning problem because whenever you give them to read, they can't. Now you want to improve their reading. So first of all, you can give them to read, and then, or you can observe they are reading, or you can make some checklist and or whatever it is, or even you can record they are reading first. After that, you make a plan, right? You plan. Now these are the questions I have. Then for those, in order to achieve the questions, you plan some activities for them. First, you ask them to read some Radiant Way, the words in the Radiant Way book. Apple, pot, cat, like that. So then after that, they will read, sing, mother can sing, pet can sing, like that. So they start reading. So after about 1 month, or according to the time you have been given, so you can again record their reading, whether they can read now. So after that, you identify the weaker areas. Again, you plan some other activities, right? So like that's a cyclic process. You plan, implement, observe, reflect. So maybe that you are giving marks for their reading. So then still there are 3 students who can't read. Then you plan your activities again, some other activities. So like that, until everyone is able to read, you have to do these activities, this cyclic process. These steps should go until everybody becomes good readers, right? Then, so this is also differences between action research and other research. You can do it leisurely. So if I talk about the differences, other researchers that we need expert researchers to do, but action research anybody can do, any practitioner, teacher, or anybody. In other researchers, they are building theory, but here we are considering day-to-day practice-based problems. Other research, they take long duration. Here within short time we can finish it within 3 months, so little bit higher than 3 months. Then fundamental research, random sample. Random means randomly they select some people, but here we have a purpose. That means there are 7, you have observed that 7 students can't read. So then we have selected all these 7 purpose. They have selected for a purpose, which is called purposive sampling. Then evaluation by expert. These research are evaluated by expert, but here it is evaluated by the practitioner, him or herself. So we plan, we implement, we observe, we then reflect. Then sometimes you can have pre-test, post-test, and then you can compare the marks. So like you can do that. So at the beginning, imagine now your students, they are poor in their grammar, right? Grammar means that you can't take broad problems. Grammar means that present continuous. So then you observe that at the term test, they have very less marks. They have means about 6 students, they have scored very less marks for this question. So then you select these 4 and you plan some activities. So before starting the research, you give them a test. So then you record all the marks. Then you do the first intervention for about 3 weeks or 1 month. Then give another test. Then get the score. Then you can compare. Maybe that still there are some students who need support. Then again you plan and implement it for a month. Then again you give a test until they here in common research, they need training. The researchers need training, but for action research, they don't need. Then the goals of research is that in formal research, they want generalized knowledge. In action research, we apply some, we apply our knowledge, and we need some improvement in different areas. In formal research, previous research are reviewed. By in action research, we are finding solution for a current problem. So this is a model of action research. Planning, acting means implementing, observing, reflecting. So these are the 4 steps. So then we, after that, we can see whether it is successful. If not, we can go for another cycle, like that. We can have even several cycles until everybody completes their education. Here, this is the spiral. Again, reflect, planning, acting, observing, reflecting. Again, planning, acting, observing, reflect. So it's a spiral that goes on till everybody um, uh, becomes successful in their weaknesses. So until they all come to a competence level, we do these activities continuously, right? Okay. Right. Now, what I want to do is, I want to know, right, anything that you did not understand in the presentation before we have a discussion. Tell me if there's anything you didn't understand in what I told. You can ask me questions. I can answer you. Then we will go to a practical situation. Yeah. Yes, tell. If there's anything you didn't understand. Oh,
Then it's clear.
okay, right. Right.
Clear, ma'am.
Yes, clear. Right. What I want now is, now I will give you about 10 minutes. Are you all teachers? Are there anybody who are not teachers?
Yes, ma'am.
Because so then if you happen to do an action research, how can you do that if you're not a teacher?
That means I have to go to a school.
Okay, is it possible?
However, I have to do. It's okay.
Okay, right. Now others, those who are working, or you also can imagine some problems. Others, now you write down
Ma'am,
all the
excuse me.
problems that you encounter. Yeah,
Yeah, if I couldn't go to a school, what can I do for that?
that's anyway that you have to find a solution for that, because you have to work with some students. At least you have to because last time there were some students who had some tuition classes, so they did the research with the students in the tuition class,
Okay.
right? So then you can, if you have a friend who is doing tuition,
Okay, ma'am. I'll
you can work with that friend. And yeah, it's better if you can go to a school and do, right? So then now I want you to write down all the problems you encounter in your school, right? So then maybe that even not only in the classroom, that maybe that outside, like the students are not doing homework, or their attitudes are very low and they don't do homework, and they don't work in groups. So like that, you have to list down all the problems you encounter in your classroom. Do it now. I'll give you 10 minutes. Can you all do? Is 10 minutes enough?
Yes, madam.
Okay, can you do now? Write down all the problems that you encounter in the classroom. Whatever it is, but we can discuss, and if it is not suitable, we can omit. Okay, write down, list down all the problems you are going to discuss. Okay, now it is 8:05, so you have to finish by 8:15. Okay, right? Everyone has to do. I am taking from everyone. Okay, everybody has to do. There are 14 students, 14 or 13. So then everybody has to write the problems you have in your classroom setting. So those who are not teachers, you can imagine and write some problems that you encounter. Right? Think of a classroom maybe primary class or a secondary class. Think of one classroom or some if you are teaching in grade 6 or 7 classes, so you can think of one class, parallel classes, and write down all the problems you encounter. I'll give you 10 minutes. Okay, right, then we'll discuss. Everybody has to do. I'll take each and every one. Okay, start doing. So if you have any problem, you can talk to me. I'm here. Right. Hope you have more than enough time. Right. Now, who would like to start first? You can tell your problems. And wait. Anusha Abesingh, can you tell me the problems that you encounter in your classroom?
Yes, madam. Some common yes, fear of English. Speaking English, madam. Fear of
Okay.
speaking
So then,
English. Yes.
now
They are like
how many students are there?
maybe 42 or 43, madam.
But when you are doing an action research, you can't take all. At least you have to take less than 10, or even doesn't matter 12, 15. Like, so less than 10 would be easy. Otherwise, you can't, you have to do a lot of activities. Then. Okay, tell me
Yes, madam.
other problems.
And also, madam, spelling errors.
Mhm.
And lack of interest and motivation, madam.
Okay. Are there some more problems?
Those are the things I
Okay.
have encountered.
Right. So then, now you have listed some of the problems. Now identify one burning problem. Burning means that it is, you have to find a solution to it. Otherwise, you can't do the work in the class. So now, out of the problems you told now, find the
Yes, ma'am.
most burning problem that you need immediate solutions. You do it now and later on tell me. Then I'll go to another one. Who is the next one? Ishan. DMM Ishan. Ishan. Then Hasara Javardhan.
Yes, madam.
Okay, tell the problem.
Uh, when we use the smart classroom, they are struggling to use the tools properly.
Uh-huh.
They have a phobia to use them.
Others?
Sometimes nervousness about exams,
Mm.
lack of vocabulary,
Mm.
disturbing others when doing group work. They are disturbing others.
Mm.
Sometimes there are many regular absentees also. It is also
Absentees, right? Okay. Okay.
no interest in learning, no participating in the lessons or sharing with others.
Mm.
Uh, lack of focus, bad time management. They don't do the work within the given limit of period.
Mm.
Most of the many students are failed to complete the given task frequently. They don't do homework.
Mm.
Most of the students have stage phobia. They don't like to come forward and present something.
Okay. Now, out of all, you also find a burning problem that this should be immediately found solution. So then, out of them, you find you find one burning problem that you need immediate solutions. Okay, and tell me at the end, right? Then you
Okay.
can think of all the problems and right. Okay, right. Chaturani. Chaturani. Okay.
Madam, lack of student participation.
Oh.
Then some students they do not answer and they don't participate in classroom discussion. Then poor discipline or misbehavior in the classroom. Some are fighting while teaching. Especially I'm teaching in a mixed school, madam. So I encounter those problems. And they don't bring required materials like textbooks and writing books. And they don't complete their homework on time. lack of interest.
Okay. So
Having
you
interest.
also find some burning problem that you think that's suitable for your action research, right? Tell me at the end, right?
Okay.
Okay. Hasara Javadan, did you talk? Yes. Then there's a number APX 180 and 298. Who is that? No name. I think your registration number is there 180 to 298. Nihla Nisar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell.
A lack of attention
Mm.
when we are teaching. They are
Mm.
doing other works and just streaming.
Mm.
And the different learning levels, and some are
Mm.
learning very quickly, and some of the students are very low, and even they don't know how to write letters. And also, most of the students, when I was enter the classroom and they are telling teacher, shall we go outside and learn, like that, they like outside learning. And
Mm-hmm.
so just some are telling we'll stay in the class, and there was a problem. Uh, just they are fighting inside if they are say will stay inside the classroom, and like
Mm.
that, those problems. And also students misbehavior and talking rude words, like those things. And parental, I mean, they are not, parents are not supporting, and also they are not doing
Mm.
homeworks, and was the big issues. um
Mm.
and the noise, discipline issues.
Okay. Right. So then you also have to find the most burning problem out of all these all that you need immediate solutions and justify why. You have to tell why you have selected
Okay.
out of all this as the most burning problem, right? Okay.
Okay.
Now, Sanduni. Sanduni, you're not there. Shamala Ibrahim. Shamala Ibrahim. Sachi Hettiarachchi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm doing the foundation stage 2. So actually they are only 5 years level, 5 years
Mm.
age. So
Mm.
mostly I'm struggle with short attention span.
Uh-huh.
And at the beginning, actually nowadays I'm facing the emotional outburst, always crying,
Mm.
where is my mommy, most of
Mhm.
thing. And then when I'm going through with it's very difficult to with sharing with their peers. And the next one is the fine motor skills. Most
Mm.
of them, they doesn't know how to use the scissors, puzzles. So yeah, these days actually when I'm going through with the vocabulary and they are struggling with the sounds. So according to the 5 years age children, this is the most difficulties these days I'm struggling with.
Mm. Okay, right. So then at the end also you tell me and just tell me why do you selected that, right?
Okay.
Okay. Vidyanti Amarasuriya.
Yes, madam. I'm also actually working with foundation stage students. They are very young, 45 years.
Okay.
Most of them actually lack of motivation. That means not showing interest in learning because always crying. They need their mama, dada,
I want my mommy always saying. And also fine motor skill, developing fine motor skills, because most of them they don't know how to hold the pencil, how to hold the scissor, and also toilet training issues also we have, because some of them doesn't know how to go to the toilet and how to clean by themselves, and also language barriers. Some of their pronunciation is not clear, so they don't understand how to explain if they have any issues, and we don't understand what they are saying. Those are the things these days, actually beginning of the year happening.
Okay. You also tell me what is the most burning problem that you are facing, and why you are selecting that problem, right?
Yes. Okay.
Surya, you did. Have you all done now? Anybody who could not tell? Sanduni is there. Sanduni didn't talk. And Apex 180 and 298. That one also didn't tell. Okay. Right. So those who have told one by one, tell me what's the burning problem you have selected and why you have selected it. Anusha, what's out of all, what's the problem that you have selected for your action research?
Yes, madam, I've selected the limited vocabulary problem in my classrooms, as it's one of the most common
Right.
and
So why did you
fundamental.
select that?
Madam, I have experienced with my students in my classrooms, madam.
Okay. So then how many students you are supposed to select? That means you just can't tell that I'm going to select this number of things. So you can tell why you have selected. Maybe through observation, maybe when you were marking their papers or books, you have identified they have this problem, right? So you have to justify why you have selected the problem, because in the introduction you have to write. So in the introduction and rationale, you have to write why you have selected, because if you can't justify, you can't answer that part. Therefore, you have to tell me why you have selected this, right? Okay. Chaturani, tell me the problem you have selected. Yes, Chaturani, the problem you have selected.
Handwriting, madam.
Okay.
Problem that they have faced when they are writing, to correct their, to teach them
Yeah.
the correct way of
What's that?
writing the
I couldn't hear you clearly. What's that?
most of the children, they don't know the correct formation, madam, when they are
That
writing
means
a letter.
letter formation, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, right. Hasara.
Yes, madam. I selected lack of vocabulary. I am handling grade 9 students. In one class, there are nearly 40 students, but correcting papers, I identify about 10 to 15 students are struggling to express their ideas clearly because lack of vocabulary. These days I am handling Scrabble games. They are fond of that one. I think they can improve through the word games their vocabulary. That's why I selected that problem.
Okay. Anusha, you told me. Hasara, Chaturani. Right, we'll go to the next one. Nihila, what's the problem you selected, and tell me why you have selected that problem.
Okay, ma'am. And I have selected the problem was lack of discipline. So just we should put rules and regulation
But
in
here
a
the thing
classroom,
is that
and
you have to select a problem that you can find solutions, right? You have to find solutions. If you think that
yeah,
their behavior is bad, that you should be able to find solutions within 3 months. Okay, will it be possible for you? So
yeah,
when we are research, it should be feasible. Feasible means we should be able to do. Okay,
yeah, okay,
right. You have to show that I have done this through these activities, right? So then, if not, you have to think of some other topic.
okay.
Right.
And we can give group work, role play, and games to
What's
make
that?
lesson more enjoyable.
So then
And
select one topic.
yeah, that means discipline, lack of discipline.
Okay, right. So you have to correct the discipline through some activities. Eh? Okay, right.
Yeah. And we should build a good relationship between the students by being friendly and approachable, just listening to their likes and dislikes, like
Okay.
that. And when we are teaching, we can use teaching aids like charts, pictures, and multimedia to focus more. And also that's all, ma'am. I have selected
Okay.
only that.
Right. Then there's something called iPhone. I don't know who is that. Sanduni, you are keeping quiet. Sashi Hettiarachchi.
Yes, ma'am. I choose difficult in recognition of sounds.
What's the problem you're going to?
Yeah, I'm going to choose the difficult in recognition sounds and their formation. Because why I select this one, when I start to do this introducing sounds and the formation, it's coming up with always burden with crying and short attention span and but the lack of the attention with the not working with the peers. Like when I start to do the activities, they are not able to share
Right.
the
So
activity
then
with the peers.
select one.
So this is my thing select
Okay.
topic, difficult in recognition, their sounds and their formation.
Right. So then only one. Sounds
yeah.
and formation are two different things. So you can either select sounds.
Then I will take the sounds.
Okay. So then you have to make audios, right, to identify whether they are pronouncing properly. Then you are doing some activities, and again you have to take audios, right? Then compare. And you should
Okay.
have a way of giving marks for them.
Okay.
Then right. Okay. Then right. Vijayanti, you told, ne? Did you tell about your problem, Vijayanti?
No, madam.
Okay, tell
Actually,
about the problem.
Yes, I choose language barrier issue because
What do you
when
mean by language barrier?
yeah, that mean they don't understand how to explain their issues. Some of them, their pronunciation is not clear.
Then you can take
yeah.
only one. Maybe that pronunciation problem.
Yeah, okay. So the problem is
Right?
if they don't understand how to explain their something, they are very young children, they started to cry. So when one started to cry, most of them are crying.
There's also start.
Yes, yes. And then we make trying to make them calm, and then those who doesn't understand, we can use actually pictures and flashcards when we teaching. Actually, when they are crying, we can't keep the class focused for the learning, right? So the things we can do, we can use flashcards and something visual. Speak slowly and clearly. Those things we can use.
Right. So then you have to anyway that you should be able to design some activities also in order to find solutions, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
madam.
So is there anybody who could not tell? Is there anyone who couldn't tell your problem or the selected problem? Right. So then tomorrow we are going to prepare some objectives. So now you can fine tune, still you can go home and think about the problem, whether you are going to select this problem for your research, right? So tomorrow we are going to prepare some objectives, and till then you sketch some activities you can do to improve that problem. So we will arrange the activities as well tomorrow, right? We are writing objectives and prepare some activities to find solution for the first cycle. We are doing it for the first cycle, then you can plan for the rest of the cycle. So tomorrow we are making objectives and we are planning the first cycle, right? So everybody, you should have a clear problem. Then we'll arrange it in a better manner. You can arrange that problem in a better manner. I'll tell you how to do that. And bring some activities, right? So you can prepare some activities according to, in order to achieve the objectives, right? Okay, understood? Hello?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
ma'am, just sorry to bother you.
It's okay.
I didn't get that. Can you elaborate it a little bit more, ma'am?
Okay, right now, you first of all, you just listed down the problems you encounter in your classroom, right? Then I told you, I asked you to select the most burning problem. So that will be, so you are going to select that problem as your action research problem. Even after going home, if you want to change it, you can do that. You can change the problem. And when you come tomorrow, we will design some objectives. So now for the problem you have selected, you prepare some activities and bring to the class when you come.
Okay, okay. So we need to think about
As
what
an
are the
example,
things we can do to
imagine
overcome to
now
these things.
yeah, so imagine now there's a problem like this. My students are facing difficulty in reading. So first you take the Radiant Way book and let them teach the sounds. Ker, cat, per, pat, nail, like that. So next, after that, they are reading the other things like that. Okay. So like
Okay,
that, you
ma'am.
prepare, bring some activities to the class. We'll arrange them tomorrow. Okay. Understood? Any other problems? Any
Got
other
it, ma'am, for
problems?
me.
Others? If you have anything, you can ask now. Get them clarified. Hmm?
Ma'am, generally like 3 activities is fine, or
No. Because if you are supposed to do it for about 2 weeks or 1 month, then you need enough activities.
you mean the like a monthly plan for overcome this burden? I need to plan
Now,
my
according to
lesson.
your problems. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay. So that's
yes,
the whole month I need to plan my activities.
yes. So bring that,
Okay,
we will
okay.
do the first cycle.
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Thank you.
Any other problems? Okay, can we wind up the class for today?
Okay,
I'll
madam.
send you this how can I send this presentation? Shall I put it to the
Chat box, madam.
chat box, or shall I send it to the group? A chat box. Okay.
Chat box is
I'll do
better, madam, please.
Okay, right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I sent it to the chat box. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, right. So then see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you very
thank you,
much,
madam.
ma'am.
Good night,
You're
ma'am.
welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, you're welcome.
Babi, මෙහෙන්නකෝ. දැන් මෙන්න මේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එක. හරිද? sorry. මෙන්න මේක මම දැන් මේ